Boom, 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 boom. What is good, everybody?
Hey.
This is the FNS podcast. I am your host, Chef Yaku, with my co-host,
Angel Sproul.
All right, let's go. So, Angel, how you doing? First of all, happy Sunday. How you doing?
Happy Sunday. I am amazing because my San Diego Padres just won Game 2 of the Dodgers series. So I am...
Whoa, Dodger series?
Dodgers Padres series.
Okay.
And I'm lit right now, and I'm also feeling some anger towards the Dodgers.
We're gonna get into that. We're
Yeah.
definitely gonna get into that a little bit later in the show. But as of right now, let's kick it off with a weekend recap. How was your weekend, first of all?
My weekend was amazing.
Amazing. Love to hear that. It has been extremely hot here in the Bay Area. So what have you been doing to stay cool and kind of beat the heat here?
Eating ice cream and sitting in front of the fan.
I love it. That is the old school way to do things. That's how we do it here. You know how we get down.
Yeah.
So, let's just fly into it, man. Let's get right into it. A beautiful, amazing game from your Padres today, Angel. I'm telling you, today was a really, really good game for the Padres. I mean, putting up double-digit runs on not only a division rival, but I mean in the NLDS. Anytime you can score that many runs in the playoffs is a good thing. Let's talk through this game. How was you feeling going into Game 2 after they dropped Game 1? How was you guys feeling going? How was you feeling going into Game 2?
I was disappointed about Game 1, but I felt that the Padres were just still going to have the same energy that they did going into Game 1. So I just knew it was going to be lights out for the Dodgers. So
okay, that's what's up. This game, it started off, just going over my notes here. So this game kind of started off in what I would call normal fashion recently because El Nino, Fernando Tatis, has just been lights out for you guys. Whether it's in the outfield, whether it's smashing home runs, whether it's timely hits, whether it's timely walks, Fernando Tatis has really just been stepping up and being a total light for you guys. So he kicked it off, smashed one, kind of opened it up, get the runs going. I don't know if you noticed, but in today's game, you guys broke the franchise record for the most home runs in one playoff inning. So
I do know that.
kudos to you guys for that. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You guys proud for that because that's something big. And like I said, it came against your division rivals. 1-1. Tell me about the series. Talk to me from your perspective.
I'm very excited because these two games have been very fun.
Very fun.
Very fun from my perspective. So I'm just excited to see where this series goes.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's going to be fun.
Manny Machado coming up big. Let me tell you, I think the biggest knock against Manny Machado is sometimes he doesn't seem like the guy that hustles. Doesn't seem like the guy that he seems like he takes plays off sometimes, a little lazy. But I saw something big out of him tonight, getting the team together after the Dodger fans were throwing stuff on the field. It could have broke your team, kind of shook some things apart. You guys were able to kind of bond around that situation. Manny Machado was a key point of that, kind of getting the guys together, getting Jurickson Profar, who I think he was like something was thrown in his direction, kind of getting the guys in and watching him mature right in front of our eyes. A kid who's been in the major league since he was a young man, you know, and he's just maturing. I think you guys are hitting the stride at the right time. Tell me, was there any fear going into this game, or did you feel like it could have been a sweep or anything like that, or did you guys just pretty much do what you thought they were going to do?
They did what I thought they were going to do. They were going to go into the game confident as they always are, and they just went in, scored, put up 10. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of Manny Machado because he stepped up when we needed him the most.
Absolutely.
So I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of the way that the Padres took all the stuff being thrown on the field. I'm proud of the emotion that we were still giving when they were throwing stuff on the field. We didn't get all down when they were throwing stuff on the field. No, we went back out there and we came out, we played.
Smashed, put some big runs. Just going to the box score of that game. You guys, I mean, it was. I'm gonna be real. It seemed like the game was pretty much over once you guys kind of got up. There was a point in, I want to say maybe the third or fourth inning where the Dodgers had a threat going on. You guys shut that down. And for me, one of the biggest things about the playoff is being able to, one, ride your own momentum, and then number two is being able to knock down the momentum of, other teams and things like that. I think you guys did that great. Rolled into the sixth, was able to get a run up in the sixth. Held them down in the bottom of the sixth, came out good, and then all of a sudden in the eighth inning, after the stuff was getting thrown on the field, you guys got homers, you guys got hits, you guys got, a little bit of everything, and then from then on, just totally dominated every facet of this game, scoring 3 runs in the ninth again, only giving one up in the bottom of the ninth, and just 10-2, going back to San Diego. What do you think going back to San Diego? How do you think it's going to play out? Do you feel like it's going to be electric in Petco? I've been hearing some rumbling from Los Angeles Dodgers fans, mad about ticket sales situation down there. They're not allowing people outside the area to buy tickets. So I think it's going to be rocking in San Diego for you Padres. What do you think? It's going to be electric down there?
So they did that, and it's going to be electric because it's going to be all Padres fans. You're going to see all brown and yellow. It's going to be all brown and yellow in that stadium. So it's going to be rocking.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I wish I could go and just go watch the San Diego Padres destroy the Dodgers in a grand fashion. So do you think this series is even going to make it back to LA? Do you think the Padres will be able to just take the next 2 at home, or do you think the series is ultimately going to go Game 5 and you guys make it LA? I think we had this one. Let me see what I'm just pulling out my prediction sheet here. I got this series with San Diego moving on, I think 3-2. So it looks like I got it going 5. How do you got it scored? I got it going 3-1.
Okay, 3-1. So you got it going back to you got it not even going back to LA.
No.
Okay, that's what's up. I like that. And I mean, we always know that in the playoffs is about who's hot at the right time. One of the questions and one of the things we even talked about going into the playoffs was the teams that had a break and then some teams that almost needed to keep playing and maybe had a wild card. And we talked about how the Padres was one of those teams who we feel like them playing in a wild card, it was going to actually benefit them to keep them hot, keep them moving. Detroit was another team like that. And then we even sat down, we talked about how we felt like the Dodgers might be a little sleepy after, having a little break, having time off, which it works 2 ways. Either you can get healthy or you guys can get kind of stagnant. And we both said that this was a series that could hinge on something like that. I know you had even said at one point, you were like, dude, I don't even want to win the division because it means a break. I want to keep playing it.
Yeah.
I think that was a awesome and pretty spot on observation because you guys are just hot right now. And you guys are where you got the Dodgers where you want them to be. And I think even splitting those first 2 games and basically taking home field advantage away was something the Dodgers are very happy. The Padres are very happy with. And kudos to you. High five for you guys being able to get that. High five for that. I love that. Hey, it's lining up like we wanted. We said it was going to be a Padres-Yankees World Series. That's what we want to see, and it's still sticking to that. So moving on, we go to the other National League game today, and that was between the Phillies and the Mets. Now, I had already crossed this. I had already penciled this game in as being maybe the best series, simply because it's a rivalry. They aren't they're not very far away from each other. It's just as close as a rivalry as the Padres and the Dodgers. And I just felt like with the way the Mets have been playing, the way it was going to be electric in Philadelphia, this was definitely going to be must-watch, must-see TV between Philadelphia and the Mets. So let's talk about that series a little bit. The Mets doing what they did, I make the point, Lindor is always the spark plug for what that team does. You'll see they be stagnant all game long, and then all of a sudden Lindor gets on base, and then all of a sudden Nemo gets a hit. And then for today, it wasn't even Nemo. Well, Nemo did have some pretty good situations today. Had a pretty good hit, had a home run. But Mark Vientos? Wow.
Oh my God.
I read a stat that he becomes the youngest player with three extra base hits in the National League Division Series. Youngest player. That's pretty crazy. And I think that's where the game is going, where you got these young guys that you gotta you got the big names like the Nemos, you got the Lindors, you got the Pete Alonsos, but then you also need these young guys to kind of step up and not be straw stuck in that moment and feel like, hey, I'm getting to watch the guys that I used to be, look at as idols, and they got to come in and be in the moment. I mean, I'm even taking that to Jackson Merle. I'm taking that to your boy Jackson Churros up in Milwaukee. I mean, these young guys are absolutely producing and just being studs. I mean, he opened the game up with a 2-run bomb, and I mean, that's just what you kind of deliver the game with the Mets. I mean, it came from the 4th inning on. They've been doing a late inning heroics all playoff long. What do you feel about that game? How do you feel about them?
This is a battle of the Titans, because
facts.
They are both amazing teams clashing heads. One of the biggest rivalries in all of sports.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing series already, and it's just going to get even better. Bryce Harper, all of them, Nicholas Castellanos, that dude, he did amazing today.
Yeah, facts. I think the series comes down to him. I mean, they've shown that to be smart, you don't really want to pitch to Bryce Harper. And if there's nobody on base, you got a base open, you got first base open, there's no reason to even pitch to the guy. He's already shown that he just has a knack for the big moment, the big hits. So if they can just lean on not pitching to the guy, I think that is something that the Mets want to stick to. But like you said, Nick Castellanos just been, stepping up in every way that you need him to. And that's what you, honestly, as the Philadelphia Phillies, that's what they expect, or that's what they want. You take Bryce away, then boom, other players have to step up. And that's what Nick has been doing. And I mean, first of all, he goes back-to-back with Bryce today to tie the game up, and then a walk-off single to score and win it. That ballpark was electric. Citizens Bank is an electric ballpark. I want to be there for a playoff game, man.
Yeah, I want to go there.
I watched the game, and the whole time I was sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, it is electric. I want to be there for a playoff game. I got to get there. We're gonna have to get there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go there.
So listen, anybody, Philly fans, talk to your people at Citizens Bank. Get F&S podcast in the building. We trying to go to Citizens Bank and go check it out, see what the Philly's about. But I got this series going every single game. I got this series going 5. I feel like it's two teams that know each other very well, played all year long, and the records get thrown out the window, everything, and it's just a backyard brawl. And that's what we saw today, and that's kind of what I expect for the rest of the series. And I still feel very comfortable in my pick with the Mets. I feel like the Mets are still going to win this series. It's kind of working out just like I thought. I knew they were going to be able to take one of the two in Philly. I thought they would take game 2 as opposed to game 1, but they were able to slip out game 1. And you just saw a lot of the same things that we've been seeing late in the season from the Mets. is Lindor, spark plugging it, Nemo or somebody coming in, getting a hit, getting a homer, driving them in. Pete Alonso with a big home run today. This series is in very good hands. As a baseball fan, I'm super excited for this series. So
and these young guys, they're stepping up.
Yeah.
They're the future of MLB. So they're performing like they have to.
Yeah.
They have to perform, especially in playoffs. Mark Vientos. I know that he's not a rookie, right? He's not a rookie. He's been here for a while.
No, 2 years. I think
Yeah.
2 years under his belt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but him, he's amazing. He's young. He's gonna stay in it for a little while. But the rookies like Jackson Merrill, Jackson Churio, Jackson Holiday, the three Jacksons.
The Jackson 3.
Yeah, the Paul Skeens, they're the future, and I'm just so excited to see where baseball goes.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited. And like I've been texting with people all throughout the day. It's like I just love baseball. I love baseball. I mean, I can go to we've gone to regular season, whatever games between teams, but there's absolutely nothing like playoff baseball. I'm in love with it. It's something I absolutely love. I just want to go over. I want to look at Vientos. I want to just check in with him because I know that a lot of people that we've been talking about. I mean, we're talking about the rookies, guys that we know, but I just want to go into him. So let's go into this kid. Let's check this kid out, right? So I'm looking at him and looks like he has for years of service on him because master baseman, active. The kid's 24, so he's extremely young.
Yeah.
See, looking at his stats. Yeah, so it's his third year. Came in for the Mets, getting playing time. He 16 games played in 2022 and played 111 in 2024. So you see that I can see that kid's career just skyrocketing. I mean, like I said, the youngest player ever with 3 extra base hits in the division series in the National League. That's
amazing.
That's amazing. You go through all those bats. So
yeah.
So just to recap, that is all the games Sunday, which is October 6th. We got the series tie between the Dodgers and the Padres at 1-1. We also got the series tie between the between the Phillies and the Mets at 1-1. That series is going back to New York. They play on Tuesday. And the Dodgers Padres series is going back to San Diego. They play there Tuesday as well.
Right.
Just jumping back, going to the American League. I know it was I know it was what? It was Saturday's game, but that Tigers game was nothing I expected, man. Game 1, Tigers Guardians, nothing I expected.
I did not expect that at all either.
I thought that momentum that the Tigers had was just going to carry them, keep them going in the right direction. It got out of hand early, and one of the things was the Tigers were able to jump on Bibby early, not jump on him scoring wise, but his pitch count was a little high. They were able to kind of get some runners on base. They were kind of get a little pressure on him, but the fact that they shut that down, and I'll rely to this and refer back to this every single time. That momentum in the playoffs is huge. Those swings in the momentum in the playoffs is so big. If you stop a team and you keep them stranded men on base, they come up to bat and it just seems like runs get scored in that next inning, and they're able to just, when you get a good stop or you're able to do something and get out of a jam trouble, seems like that just brings a little bit of momentum to the batters. And we saw that in the Tigers game. I mean, Cleveland scored 5 in the first inning and never looked back after that. Just really just shut them down and looked like a very veteran team that was meant to be here, and they really just stepped on the hearts of the Tigers. How do you feel about that series going to game 2 tomorrow?
I'm a little bit skeptical now about the Tigers because they came in ready to beat everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and then they run into the Guardians, and they get stopped.
Yeah.
They ran into a brick wall.
Yeah.
And sure, that's the first game, but that's the whole. It can be the whole outcome of the series.
Facts.
So we'll see where the series goes, but I hope the Tigers come out on top because I like the Tigers.
I like the Tigers. I also had the Tigers too, and I'm still pretty confident in my pick there. I feel like this was a little hiccup because the Tigers weren't able to do something that they have been doing all during the late season, during their run, and as well as early in the playoffs. They've been able to just score when they need to and put runs on the board in those times where you say, hey, this team needs to score right here to win. That's what they've been able to do. And they just couldn't do that in game one against Cleveland. Cleveland just really jumped on them. Great pitching from top to bottom. Cleveland, Bibby they allowed him to settle down. And I feel like anytime you come out and you kind of get a pitcher on the ropes and you allow him to settle down in that first inning, they're always able to go work masterful. And he just pitched a matchful game. We got a Skirbo going against Boyd in game 2 of the Tigers Guardians game. How do you see that working out? What do you think the score is going to be, and how do you got that game going?
Scooball, he's a good pitcher. He's amazing.
Cy Young winner. That's he's definitely my Cy Young winner for the American League.
And I think that he could protect the Tigers, and he can go for a little bit, maybe 6, maybe he can go into the 6, maybe. But it's a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably gonna want to play it safe. But I believe in Scooball.
Okay.
And Tyler Boyd, he's a good pitcher.
No, it's not Tyler Boyd.
Who?
Pitcher for, let me see, I don't even know who this guy was. Matthew Boyd.
Matthew Boyd.
Mm.
Oh, his brother is Tyler.
Is it? I don't know.
I think so.
Okay.
But I haven't heard about him. I was thinking about Tyler Boyd, so I don't know anything about him. But Scooball, he's a good pitcher. Cy Young, he's gonna win the Cy Young, and I think the Tigers are gonna come out on top.
I do too. I definitely see the Tiger. I see him going 6 masterful innings. I see him playing to the effect of allowing his defense to work with him, and I think that's what you got to do against Cleveland. They are not a swing and miss team. They're a team that's going to put the ball in play. They're also going to put pressure on you because they run the bases, they steal bases, they run, they do that little thing that St. Louis kind of invented where they run through second base when they got a man on first and third just to try to push the limit. So I feel like it's one of the games where Screwball's going to be able to have a really good outcome. He's going to play, pitch to his defense, get that contact from the Cleveland batters, and be able to go 6 strong. I see this one going 3-2 in the favor of Detroit. You want to give me a score?
5-3.
5-3?
5-3 Detroit.
5-3 Detroit. I love it. I'm not mad at it at all. Not mad at it at all. What do you got that series? I'm sorry. I don't even want to. What do you have that series going?
I have Detroit in 3-1.
Okay. Detroit in 3. All right. So, boom. You got Detroit finishing it up. And that not making it back to Cleveland in that case then. And I pretty much got it the same way. I feel like Detroit's going to take the next 3 games. They'll get this next game in Cleveland. Then they'll go home where it's going to be electric in the Motor City. And they'll take those 2 games too. So Detroit, you guys are good. If you're worried, don't worry. Trust in us. We got you. Moving on to my series. Oh my God. I want to talk. Hold on. Let me just give it up for my Yankees. Let me tell you, all year long, games like this, first of all, anytime we start off and we give up a run, the game was 1-0 early, I always get nervous. It seems like the team tightens up. Seems like we get a little tight. But one of the things that kept me good during this game was the fact that we got Garrett Cole pitching. Garrett Cole has been lights out in the ALDS. Just amazing. I'm talking about from being with New York as far as going back to his days in Houston. The guy has been lights out in the ALDS. So I wasn't really scared of that. Some of the things that really stood out to me was, Judge continually to struggle not only the playoffs, but I think Michael Walker really has his number. It's something about that old I don't know, it's that old thing that Michael Walker just has, that old appeal that he has. The Judge just owns Judge. He just kind of gets away with it, and it was great to see some of the guys step up that I have been on all year long. Alex Verdugo came up with a big hit to score a run. Jazz Chisholm being able to make it out and kind of get to second base on that tag that I looked at it so many times, and I mean his heel was just he was able to just slide his heel in there and barely get in there. And this is my unbiased opinion on that, you know what I'm saying? So but I feel unbiasedly he just kind of got in there and made it at the very last second, and that's what we need. I saw a lot of hustle. We weren't feast or famine in this game where it was like, hey, we needed the big fly to win. We did hit some homers, but we didn't rely on it in this game. We were able to manufacture some runs, get some singles to get some guys scoring, some doubles to get some guys scoring. So I'm really happy with this. I feel like we took everything that Kansas City kind of threw at us, and we were able to survive their first initial attack. I see us just going ahead and sweeping this series. I got us winning tomorrow night, 5-1. And then I got us finishing up this series in Kansas City on Tuesday. Oh, no. I think, is the game Tuesday in Kansas City? I think the game is Tuesday in Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. So, but I just got us finishing up this series, and we're going to go 3-0. And we're going to get ready to play who I feel is going to be in the ALCS. I feel like we're going to be playing the Tigers there. What do you feel about this Kansas City, New York City? Well, first of all, give me a recap on the game, and then what do you think about this series?
So it was a good game. I can't even lie. It was an amazing game. It was good to see Kansas City doing what they do their best. They tried their best, but they couldn't stop the Yankees.
Yeah.
The Yankees are just so powerful, and they're different now that they have Josh Chisholm, because he is a whole new vibe for the New York Yankees.
Definitely an aura. Definitely an aura. Definitely matches the aura of that city, and that's one of the things I love about him. That was one of the things one of the reasons I wanted Marcus Stroman on the roster was the fact that he just matches that electricity that's in the Bronx during this time of the year, and I really wanted him on the roster for that. But what do you back and forth game? How do you got this series working out?
I gotta go on 3-2 New York Yankees, because Kansas City, they're a good team, and they might take 2 from the Yankees. But the Yankees they're kind of unstoppable. I can't even lie.
I feel you. And I think one of the biggest things was all year long, anytime we got down, I got worried. This game, I never felt worried at any point. I like the position that Clay Holmes pitched in. He's not our closer anymore. I think Weaver came in, did a masterful performance. Just came in with the intensity and just basically the cojones to finish a game and get us that victory, knowing how important it is to win game one. I really love that situation for him. Yeah, so that's just a recap. I just want to go back over every single series that we got here and the games that we got going on. So tonight we had the Philadelphia Phillies tying the series 1-1 with the New York Mets on a walk-off from Nick Castellanos. We had the San Diego Padres evening up the series with the Los Angeles Dodgers after a beautiful performance by Yu Darvish, some great hitting from Jurickson Profar, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, the rookie went deep. Just an overall great performance from San Diego Padres, tying that series 1-1. Going over to the American League, we got the Kansas City Royals and New York Yankees. That series is tied 1-1 with game 2 tomorrow night. And then same thing with the Detroit Cleveland Indians. Cleveland is up in that series 1-0 with that with game 2 going tomorrow night for that. I think that's a great wrap up from the weekend. You got anything else you want to add to this?
No. I don't got nothing else I want to add to this. It's perfect.
It's hot, man.
Yeah.
So, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Check this out. Check us out on YouTube. If you didn't watch the live, please check us out on YouTube, FNS Sports Podcast. And if you got any questions, any topics you want us to talk about, playoff baseball related, you can hit us up at fnsportspodcast@gmail.com. That is our wrap up on the baseball postseason. We will be seeing you guys on Wednesday with wrap up and just kind of talking about the game 2s and also the game 3s from the National League. And we hope y'all have a good time watching baseball. Had a great weekend watching baseball with you.
Yeah.
Love you, bud.
Oh, wait. There is one thing.
Talk to me.
Dodgers fans.
Dodgers fans. Oh my God, we were going to talk about Dodgers fans. I'm so happy you brought that up because I think we did a really good job of bringing and talking about all the positives and relating to the positive things about the sport. And I think you did a very good job of us being able to save the bad for the end. Dodger fans. Not all Dodger fans. We know some Dodger fans. Esteban.
Yeah,
our
my
buddy.
friend.
Yeah, we got friends as Dodger fans. Dodger fans, you guys show and display terrible ethics, and just classless behavior in tonight's game. Throwing stuff at the players, throwing stuff on the field. This
That's
is a playoff. It's kind of worthless, kind of useless. We understand it's a rivalry game. We understand that the emotions are high, but that's between the players. All the people in the stands, you guys got to go to work tomorrow. You guys aren't going to get a paycheck if the Dodgers win or lose, unless you bet money on the game. But you guys got to wake up and go to work tomorrow. There's no reason to throw stuff on the field. You guys have no outcome, no jewel in the outcome of the game. So I think that was stupid. And you guys actually kind of woke up the Padres, and they wanted to mash and kick your teeth in after that. So Dodger fans, maybe you want to, instead of throwing stuff on the field, maybe you want to try to throw some love at your players and they wouldn't get knocked in the head like they did today.
Yeah.
I mean, just totally crept on. Betts, Ohtani, Freeman. Freeman, I think, went out with an injury. I'm going to check more and see what happened with that.
Yeah.
But Dodgers fans, let's show a little class. I mean, what did the weatherman used to say? He said, hey, stay classy, San Diego. So San Diego, so game 3, game 4, San Diego Padre fans, I want y'all to show them. I want y'all to show those 1,000 Dodger fans that's going to be in y'all stadium at Petco on Wednesday. I want y'all to show them what I think Tuesday, I'm sorry. I want y'all to show them how to be classy.
Yeah.
How to cheer your team on the right way. Dodgers fans, that was trash. That was horrible.
Yeah.
That was bad, man.
Now, I wanted to say this. We're gonna have a chip on our shoulder.
Yep.
What happened tonight?
Yep.
I'm already pissed off about that because that just bothered me so much. I know, like Jerkson Profar, when he caught it, a fan was talking smack at him. He talks smack back, right?
Yeah.
It's smack talking. That's what you do. But then the whole, they just started throwing stuff. That just made me so angry when I saw that. So we're not gonna do that back. We're gonna show them what a real team looks like.
Facts.
We are gonna destroy them in the most classy way that any team has ever beaten. So, Dodger fans, we're coming for you. You better be ready.
You better tuck away that Mickey Mouse ring, Dodger fans. Yo, that's it for FNS Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Chef Yaku.
And I'm your co-host, Angel Sproul.
Hey, we're out of here. Listen, man. It's awesome doing this with you. Love you, kid.
Love you.